Welcome back. Well, just a little bit of cool off is what you're seeing. For the first time in the day, we had a bit of a trend day, but just in the last few minutes, the Nifty, which after hitting a high of 17,919, when it started closing well, it's actually come off by about 100 points. The Bank Nifty as well, after hitting high of 41,677, has come off just by about 200 points. Again, I mentioned these levels because from a day trading point of view, they would have made a difference, not from the positional trade point of view. Keep in mind, today was also the Financial Nifty weekly expiry. So there's a bit of a cool-off which has happened in few names. Kotak Mahindra Bank, for example, that stock is now seeing quite a bit of intraday sort of profit-taking. I don't want to use the word decline. SBI is seeing profit-taking. So a lot of stocks at higher level are seeing just a bit of profit-taking. Let's go across to Nimesh then for D-Street Chatter. Of course, he's again at that Motilal Oswal summit. And Nimesh, tell us what you picked up today.
Hi, Anuj. So another day of big outperformance from financials, and that's what is leading the overall, larger indices as well in today's trade again. So again, that's been a consistent feedback that there is buying in the financial names, and that's been the case today as well. I guess there's going to be a small, market at close basket buying in the Nifty 50 at a leading FIS. So, today the numbers may be skewed towards the buy side from the larger FIs. That's the overall feedback. I guess the way Indian markets are reacting, it looks like the 75 basis points rate hike by the Fed is pretty much priced in. That's the kind of mood which is there among the larger institutions. So and broadly from what I've been talking to. And the other feedback is, I was talking to some large investors at the Moti conference as well, and the overall feedback is the way Indian markets are outperforming. It looks like now there's a bit of a forced buying coming in. People have so much of left out feeling, and now they are forced to buy into this outperformance market of Indian equity. So that again is the reason why you're seeing consistent buying flows from the larger institutions, both DIs as well as the FIs. So the momentum is strong. I guess 75 basis points is priced in, and it looks like there's a bit of forced buying now from larger institutions, the way Indian markets are outperforming.
Right, Nimesh, what about on select counters? What are you picking up?
Hi, Nigel. So in terms of individual names, the first stock is HDFC Limited. Within the financials, both the HDFC twins have been relatively underperformers, but now I believe one of the largest long-only fund has been an active buyer in HDFC Limited. So that's the first stock. The second stock is Rate Gain. There are a couple of stocks which are buzzing or are unfocused, largely on back of black deals. So the first is Rate Gain. There is a buzz of a large block deal coming in very soon, and most likely the large private equity investor is going to be a seller in that block. So that's the first one. The second stock is Minda Industries. Relatively to the auto index, that stock has underperformed of late, largely in fears of a large block deal. There, the understanding is that maybe there's going to be a small block from the promoters in Minda, and hence a bit of underperformance in that stock of late. So that's the third one. The other stock is Best Agro. There was a block deal of 2% equity changing hands, and I believe last week the one large HNI investor bought, and in today's block, the feedback is that maybe one of the domestic mutual fund was a buyer in the block deal. So that disclosure will be important in Best Agro. And the last one is Max Healthcare. Again, after the large block which happened 2 weeks back, that stock is consolidating, but now it looks like there is a bit of buying back. And for the last few days, there is consistent FI buying, and that's the case today as well. And hence, Max Healthcare is also buzzing on strong buy flows.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Nimesh. Well, let's get in Mitesh Thakkar. He joins us to tell us what to buy or sell today for a reverse trade. Mitesh.